Because the con man has been in the lab cooking. Yes, he has. And we did agree in principle to a deal
you
with.
think he's backing out?
No, that's what they call it. Just we had to wait till 4 o'clock today for him to sign it. Yeah. I guess now it's after 4:30. I just ain't checked, but yeah, it's called agreeing to a deal in principle. We've actually been the recipients of somebody doing that. Tyson Alualu.
I do remember that.
Oh, yeah. So it's not out of this world. It does happen. That's what we say in principle, but it's not likely. So yeah, just double, triple check just to make sure. That's all. But yeah, man. So 3 years, $41 million deal. And yeah, let's see, Pro Bowler. He was second team All Pro this past year. Three out of the 4 years, he's had over 100 tackles. The 1 year where he didn't have 100 tackles, he had 98 tackles. One pick this year, 2 picks the year before. I mean, just productive player, man. Checks a ton of them boxes. I mean, as a linebacker, this is the new prototypical style. I mean, even when we brought up some of these linebackers in terms of the wish list, he was the guy that we put on the top for, multiple reasons, and we did feel like he would cost the most. I'm low-key surprised it was a little bit cheaper than I liked, and I liked that number a lot. The 41, I thought it was going to be a little bit 60-ish. I thought he was going to tap it a little bit higher, but for 40, I'm not tripping on 40, man.
No, it's an incredible deal.
Yeah.
An incredible deal at a really good rate. And the thing I'm liking about it, and how much will I like it in 2 or 3 years, but I just like the fact it feels like we're going all in because Omar, I think, shifted the money where he's only hitting $6 million against the cap for this year coming up. Again, it's one of those things you're kicking the can down the road, but I do like the thought of going all in. Why the hell not? We got Russ in here on a vet minimum contract and Kenny Pickett on a rookie deal. Yeah, we could do this type of stuff.
Absolutely, load up. This is the cheat code with a little hybrid of our cheat code because of the added element of Russ. But yeah, Patrick Queen, man. From an on-field standpoint, man, I don't have a ton that is negative. The only thing that you question from my perspective is some of what we would project or anticipate him stepping into. But I think that's very different than why I like the signing, if that makes sense.
I'm guessing you mean by that, how's he going to do as number one here?
Yeah.
Versus, he had Roquan Smith there the last year and a half, and that's been his best ball.
Absolutely.
And I get it, but we look at this free agency class and all these inside linebackers. He's still the best guy.
Yeah.
He's probably a top 10 guy out there. But yeah, we got to see if he learned from his early years of being one. Because we've talked about this. The Ravens don't make that trade for Roquan Smith if they really believe in Patrick Queen like that. They're the ones they're going to be giving him the $20 million contract.
Very true. Very true. So like I said,
but it worked out perfectly for us.
Yeah, that was literally my only thing. And I'm like, even with that, I think that's why the number was 41 and not 60, 70. Right? Because when you just talk about what he is from an athletic standpoint, he could be coming out in this year's draft. He would still be a first rounder. He checks that box in terms of sideline to sideline, physical, can blitz, could drop him into coverage, could do the zone stuff, could do the man stuff. Like I said, he does a lot of that. That was why he was a first rounder in the first place. But to me, man, when I watched him, I've seen him develop, and you watch him, man, this past season, man, he's playing lights out. And yeah, when you're playing next to Roquan Smith, it is a lot easier to do some of that type of stuff. I always think of Vince Williams when he was next to Ryan Shazier, and then when Vince had to play next to LJ Fort and John Bostic. Vince was still productive. Vince was still a dope player, but it did not feel the same as when he was with Ryan Shazier and it was shake and bake. That was my only concern with this move, but I'm not about to sit here and panic before we even get a chance to see if he can step into it. That'd be like what I was joking on you about a little bit of like, man, don't, just assume that it ain't gonna work out before you even look. You know what I mean? Like, man, act like he is gonna be that dude when you Google the number. You know what I mean? So I think of Patrick Queen, like, why can't he be the guy that steps up? Why can't he be the guy that now, after being having a chance to do it, them bring in somebody, now you rock with him and learn from him. Now this is your chance again to not only do it, but do it in the division against the team that decided that you weren't good enough. Because at some point in time, Baltimore thought you weren't good enough. That's why they brought in Roquan Smith. And then they decided to pay Roquan $100+ million. Yeah. So they've already been planning this the past 2 years. You've been kicking butt, though, the past 2 years. Go over here and show them where they messed up at. Go over here and show them that, man, you are better than Trent Simpson and anybody else that they could put out there. That's kind of how I look at it too. I'm like, bro, I think that we're gonna also get a motivated version of him. At least I'm hoping so. Granted, we've never seen him with this much money, so this is the part where we got to find out. But to me, I'm like, bro, he should be very motivated and slightly pissed off that y'all ain't want to do this. And I'm sure market-wise, when you think about what Tremaine Edmonds got last year, record-breaking deal, the most guaranteed money, this is $30 million cheaper than that, bro.
Yep. I think Patrick Queen's better.
Think about that, right? $30 million cheaper. That's the part for him where you can't be done. You can't be satisfied with this, bro. This is dope money, but compared to what you could be getting, you literally 2 years away. Right. You could go do this in 2 more. You 27, you hitting the market again, bro. 2 hot years, man. We might be the ones trying to extend you into that third one, bro. That's the thing. I'm like, man, it's a ton of upside with this. Now, granted, we had to pay more for it, but because it's way more proven. I love this way more than an Edgerrin Cooper, a Junior Colson, Peyton Wilson. I love it way more than any of those options because it's proven. I don't have to project, can it stay healthy? I don't have to project, can its game come up to this level and still be physical, right? We don't got to deal with the last Michigan linebacker we brought in, man. You see how that worked out? Like, nah, we know this game translates because we've seen it and we're very familiar with it. And we're going to get the weekend up the ops too. So I like that too.
Yeah, dude could do it all.
Come on, bro.
Like, honestly,
yeah.
I'll be interested to see what happens with Cole Holcomb or if we even add more to the inside linebacker room. I would have loved to pair up Willie Gay with Patrick Queen. He just signed with the Saints for a 1-year, $5 million deal. Like,
I don't think either of their markets
were intriguing.
Think about both of their markets, though. It wasn't what people anticipated. I thought Queen was going to be in the 60 range. I thought Willie Gay would be in the 20 to 30 range. But if Queen is signing for 40, that definitely changes the trajectory of everybody else in terms of who sets the market and stuff like that. So it could be a scenario where he literally was like, I'm not getting the numbers that I want to hear. Let me take this one for 5. I wonder if we will ever get the information. We probably won't. But what Patrick Queen's negotiations went like also at first. Because clearly you settled at 41, but that's not the number you start at. Especially when we just talked about what Tremaine Edmonds signed for a year ago.
Yep.
So I wonder what was his market, and does he also look at this in a similar way of like, yeah, this is short enough. It's enough compensation where I feel great, but I can get back to that thing and hit it again because, it's way, man, Roquan, Fred Warner, them dudes getting hundreds. It's like if you wanted a guys, they don't skim on inside. Like if you a guy, they'll pay you there.
Yeah. With you putting it that way, it's even more perfect for both sides of it.
Absolutely, bro.
Queen's still young, 24, going to be 25 this year. And you're right, if he balls out this year, next year, heading into that third year, I'm sure we could give him some type of extension. Yeah. Just because of how we value linebackers, man. Like we've been trying to find the Shazier replacement for how long? And I liked what we did last year. Yeah. Like I think last year was our best effort in that. It's just the injuries popped up.
Yeah, we did a dope job of using the committee, and we had the right body types. And it worked well until each body type started to fall off, so to speak. Quan went down, then Cole. Now you put in even more strain on Landon Roberts. Whereas now, when you have a Patrick Queen, he is all of that in one. If Cole Holcomb, I just don't know when he's back, what he looks like. That's my only issue with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, because as we sit here right now, if it's Queen and Roberts, I'm very satisfied with that.
I am too.
I think bringing in Willie Gay would have been sick because I think you're getting a better version of a Landon Roberts there, faster, more athletic version. But still, as is, we can work with this. But then how much are you relying on Cole Holcomb to be
That's my thing. If Cole Holcomb
that
is
rotation
healthy,
guy with a Landon Roberts? I don't know.
If Cole Holcomb is healthy, I think I get my Willie Gay out of that. But my problem is I just don't know what the recovery is like right now. Now, maybe the team feels way better about where he's at right now, and that might be why they decided to not go get a Willie Gay for 1 for 5. Because let's be real, 1 for 5, we could afford 1 for 5. That's nothing crazy.
And there was did you see all the signs and breadcrumbs pointing to Willie Gay signing there?
100%.
Russ retweeting Willie Gay stuff.
I was more surprised.
Liking Steelers stuff.
I thought that he was going. I'm with you, but it'll work out though. We got the main one we needed though. Like when I think of what we've just done at quarterback and at inside linebacker, the quarterback on both sides of the field, the most important in terms of communication And if you got a playmaker there, what it does to everybody around you, we can make a case that in both spots, man, we have made major upgrades in terms of personnel in those rooms. And that's what you want to see. When you talk about Patrick Queen, we haven't had a Patrick Queen type linebacker on this roster for the past couple of seasons. When we talk Russell Wilson, we had a Russell Wilson type quarterback on this roster for the last couple of seasons. So that's the part where when we're just talking about the impact and the ripple effects of those two pieces, man, that's the thing that I think, man, just around everything, man, it's going to be that much better too, bro.
Yeah,
like,
and
Queen
we
checks
saw
off a ton of
glimpses
boxes, man.
what our defense looks like whenever you get good inside linebacker plays.
Yeah.
We got that last year for the first half of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't seeing us have any troubles with running backs or tight ends.
Yeah.
And Quan Alexander, Cole Holcomb get hurt, and that's what's killing us the second half of the season.
Yeah.
That's all that was killing us.
But it's like, not only is he fast, he is physical. He's trying to hit you. Like, it remind me watching Quan. Like, different body types, different style of plays, but like that mentality of they're fast players, but they're physical players. They're not small finesse guys. And that's the part when you're talking about why this new age linebacker is, you know, being treated how they are. It's because when you find one that actually has that physical mindset, not that safety mindset where it's coverage first, these dudes got linebacker mindsets. They trying to hit first. Oh, man, when you get that perfect combo, that's what we got right now, man. So, yeah, I'm super excited, bro. Super excited.